Great evening to each and every one of you. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast. The night show via podcast. Welcome. This is a podcast that's a part of the Leadership TKO virtual radio station that's housed under the iLead Company, LLC. Now, iLead stands for the International Leadership Education and Development. And of course, company. Now, this company is based in Chesapeake, Virginia, here in North America. And we do have a location in Nigeria, Africa. So we thank you so much for all of you who tune in, you specifically, no matter where you are around the world. There's so many of you that listen into this particular podcast, and we're appreciative of your listenership. We especially want to acknowledge those countries that we've seen that have became connected and remain connected to Leadership TKO over the past couple of months. And so we've noticed that those of you in Peru, in the Virgin Islands, Norway, Sweden, France, we want to acknowledge those of you in Hungary. I think I might have mentioned Greece, throughout Canada, the Philippines. There are some of you, of course, from Japan and the Republic of Korea, Croatia. We thank you so much for all of you being plugged in to this podcast. Thank you so much to those of you in South Korea? Yeah, South Korea. Those of you who are in South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, we thank you so much for your listenership. We appreciate you, especially those of you throughout the United States. Thank you for listening in. Now, what we're going to do is just remind those who are connected to this particular podcast, remind those on Facebook to listen in as well. And feel free to share this episode on social media also when you have a moment. It doesn't have to be right now, but if you like to do it right now, we welcome you to do so. So we're going ahead and we're going to let them know that we are live. So join in now as I am now live. Okay. So once again, thank you. Now, what we're going to do is just give you a little bit of a backdrop, just a little bit, for those of you who are newly connected to Leadership TKO. Now, Leadership TKO, of course, is a brand that's housed under the iLead Company, LLC. And the mission of the iLead Company is to partner up with associations, small businesses, universities, as well as faith-based organizations to build winning leaders. That's exactly what we do here, a part of this particular company. And the way that we do this is by way of providing trainings. We conduct lunch and learn type of events. We conduct and complete consulting, coaching, as well as other types of virtual events. And these are the ways in which we build winning leaders. And so we just invite you to visit our website. Now, our website, of course, we've had a little bit of a launching of our foundational book. So you may still see that all the way up to midnight. Right now, it's about 9:07 p.m. But after midnight, it shall go back to its main homepage, okay? And even on the main homepage, there should be an area where it talks about the book and how you can get a copy of the Leadership TKO book. Now, the book is Leadership TKO, 12 Truths to Implement to Become a Winning Leader. So this is the foundational book for the company. Right now, we have a special offer going on, and I believe until midnight tonight. That is the way that the offer is going to be. It may shift, okay? There may be a shifting. We may be shifting it back to our regular cost of $14.97 after midnight. So you may want to go ahead and try to get your copy of the book right now while the cost is still $9.97. So again, I appreciate you. I thank you so very much for those of you who have purchased your copies of the book because, it's one of those books where it's going to challenge you to grow. And if you really want to stand out, you really want to be that leader that's not like everyone else, you don't want to get lost in the crowd of leaders out there, this is a book that's going to help you to stand out in any setting that you're in. Inside of your home, you're going to stand out in an organization or association you're a member of, and then you're also going to stand out as an entrepreneur. So definitely grab a copy of this book. You will not regret it. So once again, right now until midnight, you'll see the main page for the book. Once you go to leadershiptkO.com, it's a green button. You click on the green button and it will head you over to Amazon, where you're going to be able to see the book there on that platform. And then after midnight, what there's going to be is a way you still can get your book from Amazon. But then also, if you want to get an autographed copy of the book and some other great bonuses that accompanies it, then that's going to be the way to go. Okay, you'll want to choose to order the book from the site, from the company specifically, and then when we get the copy of the book, we'll ship out a copy of the book for you so that you can have your special message inside and some other great bonuses attached to it. So that's just a little bit of inside information about the book itself, about heading on to the website so you'll be aware of what the site looks like right now, and then after midnight, what it may look like. So again, thank you so much for those of you who decided to support us with this project, and those of you who will support us in the future as we move along. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty. So the other things that we want to share with you tonight is, of course, we have this wonderful campaign. Now, some of you have been aware of this campaign because you're connected to us on Facebook. And if you're not connected to us on Facebook, we encourage you to go ahead and do so. Now, my Facebook URL where we can connect is www.facebook.com/LMcKnight Speaks. Okay. And that's LMCKNIGHTSPEAKS. L McKnight Speaks. So that's facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks is how we can connect on Facebook and we can become friends. Now, keep in mind, there are a little bit of slots available, after which we're going to direct you to connect with me on the fan page. That would be the way to connect. Okay. But for right now, there are a few slots left in the personal profile. So just let me know that you heard me on the radio platform and you would love to connect, and then we'll take it from there. But definitely connect there because we provide plenty of updates regarding the company on Facebook. And we're also going to be soon leveraging LinkedIn and some other platforms, including YouTube. We enjoy placing some content by way of video on YouTube. So you may see our YouTube link inside of the description area of this particular podcast episode. We're going to continue to keep all of our links nearby so that you can connect with us on the various other platforms. So, about the campaign, as I was mentioning, with the company, the iLead company, Leadership TKO has several subdivisions, okay? And one of the subdivisions is Leadership TKO for Women. Now, with this subdivision, which is very exciting, is that we actually are building female leaders. Now, when I say we, I'm referring to 5 other women who decided to collaborate with me to allow this project to go forward. And those women are Takara Steele, Dr. Remy Douye, Cheryl Harris-Sutton, Shalia McDaniel, and Maricela Messner. These women have decided to collaborate to make this project possible. And we're grateful, we're thankful for their partnership. We're thankful. Now, we do know right now, they're right now helping us to push this forward, but we are going to be looking for additional leaders to step up and carry the torch in 2018. So we're prayerfully awaiting and allowing God to show us who those leaders will be in 2018. So we encourage you to learn more about the campaign, the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. And so let me share with you just the mission of this campaign. Why do we do what we do? Okay. And the mission has two parts to it. Okay. There's a twofold purpose to why we have this campaign. Now, the first part of the campaign is that we are promoting a spirit of sisterhood because it's well needed amongst the women around the world. The spirit of sisterhood must rise in order for us to become effective leaders. And that's part of the reason why we have this campaign going on. We need this because there's so much division on social media and even offline that we need to mend these areas. Of course, it starts first with ourselves, but we can help one another by coming together and becoming one. And so this is what we're doing with this campaign. And the second part of the mission of the campaign is to bring awareness to women's issues that are prevalent all around the world. These issues can range from wage inequality inside of corporations to sexual harassment to sex trafficking, domestic violence, and so much more. So we're discussing these issues, but then also talking about what solutions may exist right now to remedy these issues. And if they're not effective, what can we do? What can we do to come together to solve these concerns? Okay. Right now we're planning for an International Sisters Night Out. So we're doing this planning inside of a special group so that once you become a member of the campaign, you're added to this special group to learn about all that we have going on. So if you believe, based on what I've shared right now, that your personal mission in life or your business mission to empower women is aligned with the mission of this campaign, we do invite you to come on board for absolutely free. It costs nothing for you to be a member, but it can mean everything to the legacy that you want to leave for empowering women. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you the steps on how to become a member of the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. Here are the steps. Step number 1. Be sure that you're using a laptop or a desktop computer. Secondly, I want you to visit a website, www.borntolead2017.com. Again, this website address is www.borntolead2017.com. And when you go to that website, there is going to be a questionnaire there. There eventually will be a video on that same page. But I want you to go to borntolead2017.com and you're going to see a questionnaire there. Complete the questionnaire on your desktop or your laptop. Hit the submit button and it should take you to a Facebook group. Request to join the group. And at that point, myself or one of the other leaders will welcome you inside of the group and you will be an official member of the campaign. And so that's as simple as we can get it with the process right now. And so we welcome you to come on board, partner up with us to empower women around the world. And that's what we truly mean, because there's so many women from other countries who are inside of that group. And so we welcome you to come on board, because one of the perks to being a member is we do have life skills mentorship that happens on Mondays. We also have a global reality show that's like TV type version on Thursdays at 9:00 p.m. We have our special events that you'll get a heads up notice on. And what we're going to begin implementing is a special discount for those of you who are members of the campaign already. So that's going to be implemented starting, of course, the next event that we have coming up. And as a matter of fact, I do want to share with you a little bit about that next event. All right. But we do have events a part of this campaign that you will receive discounts for as a member. And then the other perk is that we do have some free virtual, when I say virtual, I mean over the phone or computer, business and leadership training that we do provide. So those are just some of the things that you receive as a member. But the responsibility that you have as a member is just sharing about the campaign, maybe doing videos if you like, sharing about it in your local community, however way you want to share it. But we encourage you to share it on a daily basis. That's what we do encourage you to do. Now, we do realize that most or even some of the members currently probably do not do that, but we encourage you to do that every single day. All right. So that is the way to get involved, borntolead2017.com. But if you want to learn more about, for example, our book that we're looking to publish, as of right now, heads up, as of right now, it looks like we're moving into September with the launching of the book, simply because we want to make sure it's professionally complete. All right. And that there's consistency along the way inside of the project. All right. So stay tuned. Updates are coming. We did believe that August, the end of August, would be the date. But as of right now, we're looking like it's going to be in September. All right. So it's better to be professional than to rush it and it not be the way that we want it to be. So the book is a part of the project. Then we have the TKO reality show that we were telling you about that is on Thursdays at 9 o'clock. Then we have our events, which is comprised of conventions, conferences, information sessions, as well as boot camps. We have those events. And then the last part of it is our virtual play that's going to take place at the end of this year, preferably in December. So more information about that play is going to be shared in September. That's when we're going to start to share information about it. Also, I want to give you more specific details about the next event coming up, which is actually not this weekend, but next weekend. And it's the Lady CEO Leadership Bootcamp, which is like a local celebration for the launching of the Leadership TKO book. And we are going to have books at this event. So if you need a copy of the book, no worries. Books are going to be at the event if you like to make your purchase there and get yours signed. Okay. So that's what we're looking forward to. The Lady CEO Leadership Bootcamp. It's going to be leadership/business bootcamp. Okay. So you're going to get information about business and you're going to get information about leadership at this bootcamp. And so if you want more information, we are going to add it to the description area of this episode within a few minutes after the episode is complete. So be sure to take a look in the description area. Definitely, I want to say within the next hour of this being complete, click on the link so that you can go ahead and get your ticket, because here's the deal. If you decide to purchase at the day of the event, of course, the price will be slightly higher because of, the line that may be created and things of that nature. It could be a little bit of an inconvenience for those who are going to be there because registration has been made open early. All right. So be sure to get your ticket as early as possible, because, again, at the door, there may be a slight increase in price because of the early notice that we've provided. All right. Here we go. So all of this information is going to be added in the description area. Information about the website, going to get your copy of the book from Amazon if you want to now. Information about being registered for the Lady CEO Bootcamp event. And of course, we do have some other information that we do share, like my Facebook profile link so that we can be connected. So all of this information will be added right there inside of the description area. And special shout out, of course, goes out to Janine Harrod Brown. You might see some comments in the area here on the episode, and it's because she's sharing some great information, such as the links that I've been mentioning during this particular episode here. So she's noted the campaign link. She's noted the detailed information for the elements of the campaign link, which is leadershiptkoforwomen.com. That's where you're going to find out more detailed information about the book, the TKO Global Reality Show, the events, as well as the virtual play. All of that is found at leadershiptkoforwomen.com. All right. So listen, these are just the main things that we really want to talk about. We are going to be having some great discussion starting, I want to say, not next week, but the week after. Now, here's the deal. I am still going to be really active as much as possible, like I normally do, next week. But on Facebook, I may not be as active on that social media platform. I'm taking somewhat of a little break from Facebook, but I am going to share some insight that God has given me as I'm taking a break, because this is a little bit of a breaking and a drawing closer to God to understand where we're going with Leadership TKO, where we're going with ministry, and so much more. I know you're probably like, what? Did she say something about ministry? Well, okay. Here is the deal for those of you who are probably like, what in the world is going on? Of course, I treat everything that I do with business as ministry, because ministry is all a matter of serving. It doesn't matter what setting that you're in. But I am also involved in ministry. Yes, ordained minister. So I have to really make sure that I'm hearing clearly where we are and where we need to be going. So I just want to make that clear for you. I am going to be stopping by here on this platform. So you will hear from me. All right. You will hear from me, but I want to make sure I'm steering this ship in the right direction as being the vessel that he's using to do so. Okay. If there's certain things he wants me to remove, they're going to be removed. If there's certain things that he wants me to add, it will be added. But I am just giving you a little bit of a heads up, just in case you may not see me as much on Facebook starting on Sunday. Okay, starting on Sunday. But I will be making sure that everything else that I need to fulfill, such as meetings, with the podcast, I'm making sure all that is done. We will have some of the other leaders to step up and be active inside of our campaign group, because normally we try to be active every day inside of the campaign group. So some of the other leaders will be present and they will be stepping it up and being active there right inside of the group. So don't worry, we're still there. I'm still there. I'm just not going to be as present next week. So again, thank you so very much, everyone, for your prayers, for your ability to be connected here. I appreciate you. I do look forward to hopefully seeing you at the Lady CEO Leadership Boot Camp that's coming up on August 13th. And the time is going to be from 1:30 to 4:30. Okay, 1:30 to 4:30 is when we are going to be at the Indian River Library, the large conference room. That's where we're going to be here in Chesapeake, Virginia. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone. What we may do once again is we may just give a little bit of a smaller heads up tomorrow, as just to kind of prep and get everybody ready, just in case, people might not be listening in tonight. So you can get a heads up on what the feel of things may look like for next week. There may be more of a spiritual feel next week, simply because of what we have going on with the host. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. And so until tomorrow night, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.